Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Sid Meier's Civilization VI in our Russian Sunrise series. So, got some good reviews on the audio in the last episode. Thank you guys for commenting on that. I appreciate it very much. We're going to jump back in now that we have less technical stuff to discuss. Actually, there is one thing I want to talk about really quick because I find it funny. So, I was loading up the game just now. Or actually, it's not just funny, it's cool. I was loading up the game just now and I was listening to Sogno di Volare while the game was loading. Amazing soundtrack by Christopher Tin. He, of course, composed the theme for Civilization IV as well, which is called Baba Yetu. It was a Grammy-winning composition at the time. It was a Swahili rendition of the Lord's Prayer. Beautiful version. Most of you have heard it because it's just that good. So I'm listening to the bridge of Sogno di Volare a few days ago, and I'm like, I feel like I'm hearing some Baba Yetu here. I'm feeling like when you get to the bridge of Baba Yetu, there's this moment where the notes are just kind of similar. So I tweeted Christopher, right? And I'm like, I basically asked that question. I was like, so a little bit of Baba Yetu, little Baba Yetu and Sogno di Volare, little subtle nod there, and he liked my tweet. Just take that for whatever reason you might want to take it. I'm going to leave that as the initial thought for this episode of Russian Sunrise. I just found it very interesting that he liked my tweet. Let's go to turn 74. But I was like, okay. So you're not going to say anything, but you'll nod and wink. Go back and listen to the bridge of both songs. You'll hear it. All right, unit needs orders. What do we got? All right, this worker, you need to come down here. Used up both of his movement points to get into the water. Once you build a harbor district, that is not the case. So I had a question because, believe it or not everyone watching this series is super familiar with Civ, or if they are familiar with Civ, they didn't play 5 that much. They're longer-term fans of the series. That's what happens when you've been playing, or when a game has been around. Oh, whoa. Okay. Well, crap. Kabul is now no longer a city-state because China took them over. So we're definitely going to go to war with China. Resuming my previous thought, Amsterdam is not a civilization. It is a city-state. City-states were introduced in Civ V, and in Civ VI have been changed somewhat dramatically. In Civ V, the way city-states worked, and this is similar in Civ VI, is you will very rarely see them have more than one city, because they're not programmed to take more than one city. Sometimes special circumstances would allow certain city-states to have multiple cities, but the vast majority of cases, you're just going to see one city-state and a surrounding territory, or one city in a city-state's territory, and then their borders. And they exist to give you certain benefits. Now in Civ V, you would earn those benefits by sending them money, or completing quests for them, or protecting them from barbarians, or pledging to protect them from other empires, etc., etc. In this case, in Civ V also, those things would degrade over time. The influence that you gained from anything over time would degrade. In this game, you get envoys. Envoys are a set amount of influence you have over any given civilization. Right now, we have no envoys, and we don't have any dissent. We have 0 right now. We're going to earn 1 at 100 influence points. We're currently earning 1 per turn. We're in 73 influence points now, so 27 turns away from an envoy. But then, as you can see from these bonuses, the more envoys you have with a city-state, the more you actually get from the city-state. And once you have 3 envoys, and more than any other civilization, so it might be more than 3, you'd actually become the suzerain overlord of the city-state, which is new to Civilization VI. We'll see more of that as we go through with the playthrough. It's really cool, though. I like it a lot more than Civ V's system. So let's hop up here to this hill. We have met the city-state of Kandy. They've given us a quest, construct an encampment. Well, we're going to be taking on our good buddies. Oh, this scout's going to die. Bye-bye. And gone. God, I love that. Just clocks him in the face with the long end of the staff. Oh, good, we got a promotion. It's good. Yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing an encampment, because I think we're going to war with China. Like, we're probably going to try and liberate Kabul. Either that or conquer it for ourselves. And we're going to conquer China. They're just being a bit too militarist for my tastes right now. I'm going to have these guys heal up for a second, because I'm assuming, just like in Civ V, the barbarians will not heal, so in a turn or so, I'll actually be more powerful against that barbarian encampment. Taking a slight risk, of course, because that also gives the barbarian encampment more time to spawn some friends. Every turn, there's an increasing chance that more barbarians will spawn at each encampment. Alright, so... Yes! Our knowledge of celestial navigation has advanced considerably because we did what? Hang on, let's actually have a look at what that boost was. Celestial navigation. Improved 2 sea resources. There we go. So, what are we working on right now, research-wise? We're working on ironworking. We're 2 turns away from being able to build swordsmen, which is very handy because we need to kick China's butt. What else are we doing? Choose. Oh yeah, speaking of kicking China's butt, we might go ahead and build that encampment. I don't feel like we need a granary right now. The city's growing pretty well. So let's go for the encampment. And we want to build it in a spot where it's not going to take away too much from the terrain around us. So I would say these tiles are probably off limits because there's sheep here, there's 3 production here. I would think maybe just right there would be best, or possibly, yeah, let's do right there. Now, actually, I'm immediately regretting my decision. Like the second I clicked it, because I just remembered as I was clicking that there is one more thing with encampments that you want to keep in mind. So we'll bear with that. Or actually, can we change it? Can we change it? Maybe? Can we? Okay, so I tried to change it, and as a result, I can't change the position of the encampment. But anyway, the encampment is actually another potential bombardment zone. So if China ever tried to attack St. Petersburg, I could have used a placement here on one of these tiles as a possible defensive measure. So we have our holy site right now, and our campus as well. And we have our encampment. So a lot of our vital districts are actually somewhat close to China, which is not good. And I would prefer it was not that way. But what can you do? All right, so we've got this. I think I kind of want to go this way. I want to explore further into the fog. We're going to have to cross that river and see if we can find a hill. Oh, that scout has a promotion. Very nice. Okay, so I want to be able to see... You're in kind of a wooded area right now, so let's go ahead and give you faster movement through wood terrain. Again, that double experience for scouts is huge. Are we using that policy here? I don't think we are. No, we're not. But very, very handy to use that. Now, I heard the barbarian encampment noise, so we need to have another look around. It might just be that another unit spawned in here. No, it didn't. So there's probably a new encampment somewhere near me over here. I know what that noise means, game. Don't toy with me. I don't see one. Maybe it's up near one of my scouts. It's got to be it. All right, we're going to go ahead and hop across here. Because we had to cross the river, we didn't have that many movement points there. All right, we're going to hop on top of this terrain. Get a nice hill bonus. I think I'll... Well, okay, I'll move down this way. Get a little bit more visibility of... Not Suleiman, but... Oh my gosh, Gilgamesh. Hey! Norway. I wish I could roll my R's like that. Oh my goodness, yeah. I can't do that. Well done. Okay. Would you like to visit our nearby city and sample our hospitality? Now, Norway likes a strong navy. That is one piece of his personality that is important to bear in mind. Hey, classical era. Okay, 975 BC, not bad.
The Lord made us all out
so we are
of
now
then he turns up the
ready to go with ironworking. So let's... Yeah, we need 80 gold and 1 iron. Now, do we have any iron nearby? It's not telling me that I have any iron nearby. At least not in my territory. So that's not good. Let's go ahead and attack these guys. We need to get rid of this camp before they grow additional barbarians. Before they grow them. Before they spawn them. The barbarians just pop up out of the ground. Okay, good. We got a promotion there. Alright, so technology-wise, I kind of want to go for horsemen like we discussed, and then go for celestial navigation. Celestial navigation is important, but I want to be able to have more military units sooner, especially horsemen to deal with China's massive land army. Alright, we're going to hop on top of this hill. Just going for that extra visibility as much as possible. All right, now you can move through jungle faster now, so I can move you into that tile without it taking up movement points. And it looks like there is a hill down here, so I'm going to move towards that. Oh, one major change that I haven't mentioned, speaking of movement. I don't know that I'll be able to explain this properly, but I'm going to try. In Civ V, moving up on top of a hill took 1 extra movement point. In Civ VI, moving on top of a hill takes 2 movement points. So it's much more effortful to get up on top of a hill and have that perspective. I think that's the way it's described. So if I started out next turn and I wanted to go on top of this hill, I would literally only be able to go here, okay? But let's say, God, I don't feel like I'm explaining it right. We'll have to, when we get ranger units later in the game, which are scout units with 3 movement points, we can experiment with it a little bit. But the point is, hills take more effort to get up on top of in Civ 6 than they did in 5. We actually are not making that much money. I feel like I need... Oh yeah, our gold, our income is crap. Were we trading with Cobble? I can't remember. I feel like we were. Speaking of money, this will give us some, but it won't be a steady income. It's just should be a fixed amount. Bye-bye. Love the combat animations. All right, 45 gold, not bad, which should also possibly... Nope. Nope, we need that iron. Forgot about that. Well, crap. Let's see. Do I want... Okay, don't have enough gold for a builder. So we're in kind of a tough spot. I can't really upgrade my new units. Let's see what's going on here. Move that direction. Move that direction. I just want to see things. That's all I want. All right, so let's move on top of this hill. You'll see what I mean. All right, so... Okay, interesting. Okay, a scout does have 3 movement points. So, as you can see, I now can move in 1 more tile in any direction. Maybe that's what was throwing me off, is I intuitively knew that I would have more movement after just jumping up on top of that hill. So I guess the rangers have 4? I have sent you traders with gifts of rune stones. They are powerful. The stones, not the traders. Your delegation is most welcome. Rumor has it that Sumeria has been targeted for a declaration of war by Norway. Okay, by all means, you guys keep each other busy. That's the rumor system in effect. That's how you find out information. Alright, this spearman is leveled up. It's quite handy. Extra combat strength versus melee units, or extra combat strength versus cavalry. Let's go for the 10 combat strength versus melee. The promotion, of course, does heal the unit up, which is quite nice. Ah, there's the other encampment. It was camouflaged in the woods. Okay, so the other encampment is very nearby. We're going to have to pay them a visit soon, but that upgrade should help us very, very well. We're going to step into the woods here because we can. Again, our scout is a ranger now. Not a ranger unit, but has the ranger promotion. What you doing, China? What you doing over there? Are you just scouting out the tundra? Also known as my future territory? Alright, so the monument in Kazan is almost done, and we're 2 turns away from an extra citizen there. Oh, turn's ready. My bad. Just go straight that way. I just want to uncover things. Hey! More combat experience for me. Good night. Alright, so that's just 1 experience now. That scout's leveled up, so doesn't get as much experience from easier kills. We're going to head up that way towards the barbarian encampment and pay them a visit with our spearmen, upgraded spearmen, which are going to be powerful. We're moving towards turn 81. Hi there. Warrior from Hong Kong. City-state on the other side of China. That's a well-placed city-state if I've ever seen one. Unit needs orders. Yeah, let's go up here. Let's look into this tundra. This could be potential future territory if we truly build an empire this series. Which we could do. I'm not opposed to it. Alright, we're going to come right up on the barbarian camp. Be ready to attack them in the next turn. Well, let's keep going this way a little bit. Let's go down that way. Do I see a... Right, there's a mountain, but I wanted to see a hill. A couple of salt luxury resources here near this oasis.
Hour of life is wasted. That is spent in the
Okay,
saddle.
so we now have access to the stable, which gives us extra production in our cities, as well as an extra housing, so it will help our city continue to grow, and an extra citizen slot as well. Now, you know, that's one thing. Let's take a second to study this together. Let's look at the city information. Citizen slots. Now, citizen slots are not the same as housing. So you have 6 housing for 5 citizens. So our population growth rate is down right now. But the encampment, I believe... Okay, well, it's not telling me anything about extra housing yet. But I think there are some buildings that I can build in the encampment that'll give me more housing. So that'll help population growth speed back up. I don't know what citizen slots are, though. See, there's automatically a slot for every tile. That's not something that gets added or taken away. Let's see. No, I don't see anything here. Housing from buildings, civics. All right, so we just finished horseback research, and we get that extra citizen slot. What does that mean? I'm gonna have to look that up in between episodes because I'm just not following what one citizen slot means. And then we, of course, get the horseman unit, which has 4 movement points, which is quite nice. So now I think I'm going to go ahead and study celestial navigation because, I mean, I could take a couple of different routes here. The watermill would be nice to have. Actually, that's tempting, especially for down in another city. But then again, so is the lighthouse, helpful for our city. So when you get a boost for a technology, it is very much to your advantage to lean towards those techs that you've already gotten boosted, which really makes the advancement of each civilization more dynamic in Civ 6 than it was in 5, because you find yourself going, oh crap, you know, normally I'd want this technology, like the wheel, for instance, but in this case, man, I've got this boost, and now this is the way I want to go, because I'll have this technology sooner and be able to do more sooner because of this, but that, what more means is different because it's a different technology, so it's really, really dynamic and awesome the way that it pans out. All right, let's hop up on top of this hill. I want to see things. All right, so we found the northern edge of the map here. And let's go ahead and go right out there, too. Peel back the fog of war. And now let's pay a visit. Minor defeat? How's that? How is that? Exactly. Oh, ideal terrain. Okay, and they are fortified right now. So tell you what, let's fortify ourselves and see what might happen. The Chinese look like they're trying to defeat those barbarians, so maybe we'll just kind of help them. Meanwhile, I'm going to... Oh, we found the far side of this continent. Very nice. Next turn. Man, that's really bothering me. What is a citizen slot? I've played lots of Civ 6, but I'm still learning the technical details, so that's something I do want to figure out and have information on with you guys. So... Alright, a trader would be very nice from Kazan, but I feel like that might not be reliable if we are going to war with China soon. A trader would be in danger in this area of the map, unless they were trading with Amsterdam. And they do want a trade route. Interesting. Can I purchase anything? I can purchase a scout. I don't need a scout. There's the Lavra, which we already have one of those. Kind of think ancient walls would be a good idea, but that doesn't help me in any way, and this city needs to grow, so all right, we get 2 housing from the granary and extra food. Yeah, let's do that. And then can we potentially get production focus to help? We can, but then the city wouldn't grow. But then how... That wouldn't be very different because it's still not going to grow for 21 turns regardless. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put Kazan on production focus. St. Petersburg, how about if I put you on production focus? Not really helping. Okay. See, this is hilly terrain that the scout is sitting on, so it's helping us look out into the water in this region. Let's go down this way. I'm hoping to find at least a few more goodie huts before we're done. All right, so an unmet player has finished building the wonder called the Pyramids.
Divide and rule.
Yay!
Sound motto.
Political
United
philosophy.
lead,
Okay.
A better one.
So this could really help us out. We need to take a second to think about what's going to happen here. Change government. So I could become an autocracy, so a Roman-style empire, if you will. We get a +1 boost to all yields in the capital, and then a 10% bonus on wonder production. We're not really focused on wonders right now. We could become a classical republic. All cities with the district receive +1 amenity and 50% bonus great people points. We do not have any military policy slots, so let's take a second and look at our policies. What are we relying on? That combat strength versus barbarians right now. Or we can go for oligarchy, and all of these have a wildcard slot as well, so we could still have a military slot as a classical republic, but we would have to put it in the wildcard. Do we have any social policies yet? Yes, we do. All right, so a classical republic or an oligarchy would give us the ability to use these policies, this charismatic leader and diplomatic league, which are city-state related policies. And oligarchy is kind of a healthy mix between the two. All land melee units gain a +4 combat strength and 20 experience for combat units. Now, we are about to go into war with China. I feel like oligarchy is going to be the most solid choice. We're going to go for it. All right, so now we have new options here. So we're going to keep our first two. Or are we? We're not really building settlers right now. Hang on. +1 production in all cities. Ooh. Yeah, let's go for that. I don't know if I had that option previously and I just ignored it or what, but we're going to go with urban planning. And then let's see. The first envoy you send to each city-state counts as 2 envoys. +2 influence points per turn towards earning city-state envoys. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just earn them faster. And then finally, I feel like I want an extra military policy. Unit maintenance reduced by 1 gold per turn. That's probably the one. Yep, conscription is awesome. That's going to help us have a larger army. And for now, while we don't have a bigger army, it's going to mean we're going to have a golden income again. So check this out. Yes, our policy is set. Policy agenda is set. And there we go. We're getting +2 gold per turn. And back to civics. Now, we don't have anything new. So we can go for drama and poetry, which would give us the amphitheater, which is you would have to build the amphitheater inside the theater square. And then also we get the literary tradition policy, which is good for great writer points. Or we can go for the games and recreation. So we can go for the Roman approach. Gives us the ability to build a Colosseum, the arena, and then the entertainment complex in which the arena would be built and the Colosseum has to be next to. And then the insulae, which is extra housing in all cities with at least 2 specialty districts. I kind of like that policy. It's a tough choice. I think I'm leaning towards games and recreation just because of the amenity bonuses. I'd rather have more amenities in my cities right now, just to make sure the populations stay happy. Extra visibility thanks to the hill. Very good. Skip turn. All right, let's just keep going down the coastline here. Okay, good. These guys are just about done. Let's give my spearmen some more experience. Bye-bye. Oh, that's so satisfying. So very satisfying. Extra experience, extra gold. Chinese helped us out with that. Very good. And let's go to the next turn once again. Uh-oh. Did China just declare war on me? He's either denouncing me or declaring war on me. I would guess, by the sound that I just heard, he's declaring war. Yep, he's declaring war. Let the fun begin. Your progress towards defensive tactics has advanced considerably because someone has declared war on us. Your progress towards military training has advanced considerably because we just finished our encampment. So that's handy. All right, now we can have a major victory against these warriors. I'm going to go ahead and do that because otherwise I feel like they're going to kick my butt. Either that or I need to move back to Kazan a little bit. I don't know. This is a tough choice. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and fight this combat. 5 experience. I was really hoping for a promotion there. right, choose production. Crap. Yeah, we're gonna need more warriors sooner. Now I don't have iron yet, so the swordsmen that I researched, or the horsemen for that matter, are useless to me, unfortunately. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for a second spearman unit. And then this scout up here. Oh, hey. We've encountered a barbarian scout. Let's go ahead and get some more experience for these guys. Turn the yield icons off. So, a few things I want to point out. You might notice I completely forgot to mention this before the episode ends. And I'll mention this in the beginning of the next episode too, in case people miss it. But I did mod the game a little bit based on some stuff that's going on in the Civ subreddit. You'll notice that my tooltips are popping up much more quickly when I hover over certain things. I've reduced the rule in the game from 1.1 seconds to 0.2 seconds to where you can just see a very quick pop-up whenever you point at stuff, which I think is very nice. And also, I can now hit Y. You might remember earlier when I was trying to toggle yields on and off, Y was no longer working. I basically added that hotkey. Check out the Civ subreddit right now if you want some more tips on how to do some of that stuff, because that's very, very handy. I also turned off unit cycling, which in war is going to be very, very handy. So let's just pop over here real quick, do a little bit more scouting, and we're ready for the next turn. On that note, I will go ahead and cut this episode here, and the next one, we are going to fight China, and we're going to fight them hard. It's going to be an interesting time, so I hope you'll stick around and watch that. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along if you're not subbed already. I upload new episodes in Russian sunrise every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next episode.